Let me know. We are making smoked ham hock pasta fazool. I have learned some things from various people in my life. One of them is Kevin Bledsoe, who taught me the immense value of making a ham hock broth to cook beans out of. But then I was at St. John in London and I had a dish there, lamb consomme, which was basically just a really fatty lamb broth with like a ton of celery in it and then a bunch of fresh chervil at the very end. And it was one of the most deeply satisfying things in the world. And I was thinking about that I make pasta fazool a lot, pasta e fagioli, and I was like, all right, what if I combined all of these things together to make a smoked ham hock pasta e fagioli? We're ramping it up. We're going full flavor. So we're going to flavor this broth with ham hock, garlic, onion, bay leaf, thyme, Parmesan rind, celery, and homemade chicken stock. All those ingredients are going to simmer away until the ham hock is nice and tender, and then, and only then, will we add our beans. And then what that does is you're taking all that flavor in our broth and we're going to cook it into the beans themselves. So the beans will be unbelievably delicious. And then we will add our pasta. First things first, let's do a quick, light, gentle saute of our aromatics. Medium-low heat, olive oil, 1 medium onion. Make sure to get your fingers in there so they smell like onions all day. 4 garlic cloves, chopped up. 1 whole head bunch of celery, bay leaf, thyme, pinch of salt, cook, cook, stir, stir. We just want these to start to sweat down a little bit. Let this go for like 5 minutes. Then we'll add in our ham hock and our stock. Now we're going to use 4 cups of stock, which is the same as like a 32-ounce box of chicken broth. That'll be our base, and then we might need to keep adding water throughout the day. We'll need to have enough liquid also to still cook beans and then cook pasta and still have broth left over. As water evaporates, it gets more condensed, add water back in, and I think that'll keep us at a nice place. If I were like renting a cabin in like Alsace, in like the Italian Pyrenees or something, and my friends were all going skiing, I'd want to make this and have it all ready to go, and then when they come off the slopes, you open a bottle of wine, you throw the pasta in, you serve it up, and everybody probably has a grand old time. Again, we're not like cooking these through, we're just getting them kind of sweated out. And now we can add Parmesan rind, a smoked ham hock from the good people at Peeds and Barnett, and then we'll add our chicken broth, chicken stock. Broth has salt, stock doesn't. So I'm going to want this ham hock to be covered with water. So now I'm going to take some water. This also gets the little bonus stuff on the outside. And just like this, you can obviously do this in the sink. And now I'm spilling water all over the place. And then add this guy in as well. And now we're going to bring this to a simmer. Then we're going to cover it, drop it down to low. And let's check it in an hour. All right, so now it's actually like an hour and a half. What we're looking for is for this ham hock to look like the meat is kind of coming off pretty easily. See how it's kind of starting to pull away? That's how you know that that flavor is in there. I'm not going to add any more salt yet, even though it probably needs it, because I want to wait. We're going to be cooking this for a while. The next salt add will probably be right before we put in the pasta. So first, let's add our ½ pound of beans. Now, just like you're cooking beans, it'll probably be 2 hours, maybe 3. We'll just kind of go until the beans are cooked. As we say on the show, cook until cooked.
Each other by our life gets pulling each other up on top of us, and then we'd wrap our legs around it and kind of
About 6 hours.